morning, Pirates. Happy Valentine's Day and welcome back to another lovey-dovey episode. I'm Maria.
And I'm Haley. We have a great lineup for you today, like an all-new installment of Ask the Staff, Mystery Pirate, along with another Mindful Minute and another round of the CHS Staff Rock, Paper, Scissors tournament.
Wow, that sounds like a lot. But first, I'm going to go glamour myself up for Valentine's Day.
While they do that, let me tell you about course selection for next year. Counselors will start meeting with all students to discuss their course selection for next year. Meetings will begin on Monday, February 14th, beginning with current juniors, sophomores to follow. Freshmen will be seen in their health classes in March. Students will not need to fill out an appointment slip for these meetings. Ms. Hamilton will be scheduling appointments for all students, so please be patient while waiting for your appointment.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Not much, only about course selection for next year. But wow, you look amazing.
Oh, thanks. I always do. But enough about my amazing self. Let's move on to the principal's message.
Hello, Pirates. I want to start my message this week by congratulating Hannah Ortiz-Strauss for advancing to the state competition in Poetry Out Loud. This program, presented in partnership between the New Jersey State Council on the Arts, the Count Basie Center for the Arts, the National Endowment for the Arts, and the Poetry Foundation, is part of a national program that encourages high school students to learn about poetry through memorization, performance, and competition. I would also like to congratulate Mrs. Senecola as the Cinnaminson High School Golden Apple Award winner for the month of January. For those who have not met Mrs. Senecola, she is a classroom assistant in the Special Education Department and an absolutely invaluable member of that team. She is also the facilitator for the Hispanic and Latinx Affinity Group and a central member of the CHS Equity Committee. Please take a moment to join me in congratulating her on this well-deserved award. Congratulations, Mrs. Senecola. Finally, I would like to thank the members of SAD who joined the members of the Cinnaminson Municipal Alliance to participate in the annual Sticker Shock campaign on Thursday. Sticker Shock is a national campaign designed to discourage underage drinking and discourage adults from purchasing alcohol from minors. That's all for this week. Enjoy the rest of the show and have a great day.
Each week, we ask the staff a different question. This week we asked, how long could you last without the internet? Let's see what they had to say.
I've gone a few days without it because of power outages and no Wi-Fi signal. So I think the most I did was 3 days, and that was really, really painful.
Indefinitely. Did the first 17 years of my life without it, so maybe that long.
Forever. I mean, I could live forever because you don't really need the internet to survive.
I used to for 25 years, so I don't know today. In a camping trip, if I had no access to it, I could go days. If I had access to it in my pocket via the phone, probably hours.
I think maybe the first 2 days might be tough, but then I'd be fine because I spent more of my life on Earth without it than I did with it.
Dude, I think I could last forever because I think so much of my stress and anxiety is created by the internet. I live a block from a Wawa, so I could just walk up and get food. I wouldn't need Uber Eats or any other ordering app. I think I could live forever with it, but I would be very aware of a huge hole that it would leave. But on some level, today I am longing for a world where there's less internet and less people getting to share opinions.
Probably several weeks, maybe longer.
Almost a month? Question mark?
Oh, that's a tough one. 24 hours at the most.
10 minutes.
A couple hours.
24 hours.
All day, every day. I could last forever without the internet. And Mr. Wilson knows that's true.
I could probably last a weekend.
I feel like people used to survive without the internet, so probably a really long time. My
bodily organs would continue functioning, you know. We would continue breathing if we didn't have it. But as an individual in the 21st century, I could probably go, I don't know, a few days, camping trip worth.
Probably a couple years.
I'd want to say a couple days. That probably is not likely. I think after, I do like to camp where there's not a whole lot of internet, but usually by the end of the weekend, so I'll say 3 days. I think I could do 3 days.
I would like to go weeks, but probably a couple days.
I don't think I'd make it probably more than 24 hours.
I could last till the end of time without the internet, but you know, I'd be a little bit more disconnected and poor.
These days, I think I'd be lucky if I was to make 10 minutes.
Forever.
Forever. I feel like I could last a long time without the internet. I would kind of relish in it. You know, I fantasize about it. It would be great.
I'd be good. I would last. I would be fine. I've got a room full of books.
I did last for the internet for a week, and I was fine. I don't know how long you guys can last without the internet, and I don't know how you do it on a daily basis. I am so glad I didn't have it when I was in high school. I would have been in trouble.
For me, I can't even last 10 seconds on this lovey-dovey holiday. I need to see what everyone is doing.
Maria, cannot wait. We're live.
Ugh, fine.
So what's next on this long list?
It's our little weekly guessing game, Mystery Pirate.
How do I play again?
It's simple. Each week, one staff member will give us 3 clues on who they are, and you, the viewers, try to guess their identity.
I used to drive a dump truck for a job. I got my master's degree in 2021. I'm obsessed with the show Supernatural. Can you guess who I am?
Cultural Corner honors Black History Month with a continuation of the N.J. Amistad Commission's Summer Learning Institute, The History Around Us. But first, another special guest shares with us why Black History Month is important to them.
In your life, when you come across an obstacle, a problem in the passé, you can actually refer to any point in Black history and find someone who's dealing with an almost unpassable, unsurmountable amount of adversity, and you can learn from them. You can extract their strength, their guile, their resiliency, and you can apply that to your life. And that's one of the most significant and poignant parts of Black history that I respect and love. The fact that it serves as a constant reminder for me to never give up, or for me to never make excuses and never back down to a challenge. And it pushes me to be a better man, as a way to pay homage to those who came before me, to those who laid down their lives, to those who sacrificed so much for people they didn't know, or who they never will know, to have a better life. The fight for equality never ends. It's 2022, and we're still making first. So Black history is still not done. It's still being written as we speak, but it's a building block of my personality. And I'll always find somebody to admire, to look up to emulate in how I approach my life and my daily walk on this earth. So Black History Month to me is very important, and it's a part of who I am today. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger Rogers. Today, the Equity Committee invites viewers to see a new shore with a virtual visit to Cape May, New Jersey. In the mid to late 19th century, Cape May served as a hub of engagement, connecting peoples of the North and South on its scenic shores and bustling but close-knit South Jersey community. As you prepare to visit familiar scenes of the Jersey Shore, listen carefully for a rich history once lived, hidden, and finally revealed.
16 miles in an open boat. 16 miles to freedom across the dark bay. The Freedom Run began at 10 o'clock on a June night in 1860. 6 slaves, men and women, found their way to the Maryland shore. They had a boat and planned to cross the Delaware Bay following the beam of the Cape May lighthouse. They hadn't gotten far when 5 white men in another boat attacked them. Hit with oars, then pierced by bullets, the determined freedom seekers still made their escape. Rowing fiercely, despite their wounds, they made it across the dark waters and landed on the Jersey shore.
The young women were very sick. The men were tried to their last extremity. They were not far from Cape May Lighthouse. William Still, Philadelphia Regional Coordinator of the Underground Railroad.
In the decade before the Civil War, many people fleeing slavery in Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia made their way to freedom across the Delaware Bay. But they were not the only ones coming to Cape May, a very popular seaside resort at the southern tip of New Jersey. Steamers brought Southern planters escaping the summer heat, and abolitionists and Underground Railroad leaders from Philadelphia. Cape May was the meeting place of North and South. They came for the ocean and the large, luxurious hotels, but there were tense times too. Fights broke out among slavers and abolitionists and the hundreds of free blacks working in the hotels. Into this scene walked 30-year-old Harriet Tubman, a freedom seeker from Maryland's Eastern Shore. She came to earn money to return to Maryland to free her family and friends.
I was free, but there was no one to welcome me to the land of freedom. I was a stranger in a strange land. And my home, after all, was down in the old cabin quarter with the old folks and my sisters and brothers. But to this solemn resolution I came. I was free, and they should be free also. Harriet Tubman.
Despite the price on her head, Tubman worked as a cook in Cape May the summer of 1852, perhaps earlier as well. In the fall of 1852, she left Cape May. She crossed the bay, rescued 9 people on the eastern shore, and led them to freedom in Canada. At the time, Cape May was alive with discussions and meetings of leading Philadelphia abolitionists and Underground Railroad leaders. There was the remarkable Stephen Smith, who had bought his freedom and become one of the richest black men in the country. Because of him, hundreds of enslaved people reached freedom, traveling in the secret compartments he built in his railroad cars. He built a summer home on Lafayette and Franklin Street. Right beside Smith's home was the Banneker House Hotel. Free black abolitionists from Philadelphia stayed there, and in its rooms they wrote resolutions denouncing slavery, which were circulated by Frederick Douglass in his newspaper. Across the street from Smith's house was a white Baptist church known for issuing anti-slavery resolutions. One prominent member was Joseph Leach, the local newspaper editor who reported on slave escapes to Cape May. "We glory in the spunk of our ebony friends," he wrote. Another longtime summer visitor to Cape May was a white Unitarian minister from Philadelphia, William Furness, who was known as a leading abolitionist. Furness called the fight over slavery a battle between barbarism and civilization. In the years after the Civil War, especially in the first half of the 20th century, the area around Smith's house became a vibrant African-American community. In the 1960s and 70s, Cape May restored its distinctive Victorian architecture and history. But at the same time, it lost much of its African-American history, particularly through urban renewal. The Stephen Smith House barely survived, saved only by an emergency telegram from its owner to President Lyndon Johnson. Today, there is an effort by concerned Cape May residents to resurrect that history. The National Park Service has recently recognized Cape May's African American past, accepting 2 Cape May contributions related to the Underground Railroad into its Network to Freedom. They are the Cape May Underground Railroad Trolley Tour and the Stephen Smith House. The Tubman Museum is key to this revival. Macedonia Baptist Church and the Mullock family, owners of the historic Chalfont Hotel, plan to showcase this past in the Harriet Tubman Museum, scheduled to open in 2020. We need your help to create the Harriet Tubman Museum. It will be located in the 19th century home of Quaker businessman George Howell, which is now owned by Macedonia Church and in need of restoration. The plan is to create several display rooms and a large 2-story exhibit area, as well as 2 meeting rooms. The Harriet Tubman Museum is at the center of a neighborhood that tells more than 150 years of the African American struggle for civil rights and Cape May's part in it. The Howell House is across the street from Stephen Smith's home and steps from the AME church Smith founded. It's also next door to a relic of segregation, the Franklin Street School. Long vacant, city and county officials now plan to convert it into a library and community center, a place of inclusion. Each of these buildings is at a pivotal point of preservation. The Tubman Museum will be an anchor in this effort to create a lasting reminder and tribute to Cape May's fight for freedom and civil rights.
We are thrilled to report the Harriet Tubman Museum, Franklin Street Schoolhouse, and Stephen Smith House renovation projects are complete and currently open to visitors. Visit these historic sites the next time you visit Cape May, where you are sure to learn even more that Black history is American history.
Now let's move on to the next matchup in the CHS Rock, Paper, Scissors tournament.
Last week, Mr. Murray advanced to the next round. Let's see who takes it to the victory in this week's matchup.
Now let's pass it on to Jared and Alex.
Welcome one and all to our Valentine's Day Rock, Paper, Scissors special, round 2 of the CHS Staff Rock, Paper, Scissors tournament.
This week we have an exhilarating matchup. Today we have Matt, Raging Inferno Perkupka, and Jen, the Mad Scientist Alvarado. But before we head down to the ring for some pregame questions, Alex, do you want to be my Valentine?
Oh my God, no.
Now let's head to the ring for some pregame questions.
All right, Mrs. Alvarado, first off, thank you for joining us. What would you like to say to your competitor?
I'm going to say good luck, Mr. Perkupka.
How are you feeling about the competition?
You know, I'm just going to do my best. That's all I can do. Mr. Perkupka is a worthy opponent, so, you know, I'm just going to do my best.
Lastly, without revealing too much, what is your strategy going into today's matchup?
You know, I'm just going to try not to choke and do my best, so, yeah.
Thank you and good luck.
All right, Mr. Perkupka, thank you for being here. What would you like to say to your competitor?
I love you. But you're gonna get these hands.
How are you feeling about this competition?
I feel ready. That's it, I'm ready.
Lastly, without revealing too much, what is your strategy going into today's matchup?
Dominate.
All right, the competitors are ready, so it's time to start the battle. Good luck.
Let's go live to the floor of the CHS TV Rock, Paper, Scissors Arena.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Another tie? I wasn't expecting that.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh!
It's over.
Oh my goodness, Alvarado wins it all.
And you can really tell that Perkupka is unhappy with that loss. Let's see if we can get a word with the competitors.
Mrs. Alvarado, how did you feel about this competition?
I feel relieved and I feel happy because Mr. Prokopka is a very worthy opponent. I wasn't sure how things were going to go, and well,
Do you have any regrets now that it's over?
Nope, not a single regret.
And what are your final words to your competitor or anyone at home?
He did a great job, and I'm very, very lucky to have gone up against him my first round. He was like I said, a very worthy opponent. So.
Okay, Mr. Prokopka, your turn. How did you feel about this competition?
I feel sad. She made it very hard to trash talk and celebrate. She was very kind, and sometimes just kindness wins. So congratulations, Miss Alvarado.
Thank you, Mr. Prokopka.
Do you have any regrets?
No regrets. I went for it. It wasn't the right move, but it just didn't play out. So hopefully next time, if there's a round 2 of this, I'll think about it, do better.
And what are your final words to your opponent or anyone at home?
Congratulations and best of luck in the next round.
Thank you, Mr. Prokopka.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see how she matches up moving forward.
I have a feeling she'll go pretty far. And that's all from us. Make sure to stay tuned for next week's rock, paper, scissors matchup. Rusty Scissors versus the Disappointment. You will not want to miss this one, folks.
Stay tuned to see who the mystery competitors are. Until next time, I'm Jarrett.
And I'm Alex.
And this has been Chs TV Sports Network.
And Jarrett got rejected.
Boom, boom.
No, I had money on them!
It looks like you gotta pay up after. Let's try to relax a bit and take your mind off things. Here's this week's Mindful Minute.
Hi everyone, Mrs. T from the counseling office here. It's time to add a moment of relaxation in your day with the second Mindful Minute session. Let's get prepared by trying to get as comfortable as possible in your chairs. You can put your head down on your desk or sit up if you prefer. You're welcome to close your eyes during the minute or keep your eyes open. During this minute, I want you to try and focus on your heartbeat. Try to concentrate on the rhythm of your heart beating. You're welcome to put a hand over your heart if that helps you focus. Our Mindful Minute video will count down, and then you will hear a bell sound at the end of the minute. Now, get ready to relax and be mindful. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed that Mindful Minute. To close our session, I have 2 challenges for you. The first is our active self-care for today. Take a few minutes to organize or clean something. The physical act of doing this actually helps relieve mental stress, believe it or not. Taking a short break to clean up your locker, car, backpack, purse, whatever it may be, is productive and therapeutic. And who doesn't love a fresh smelling car? Next, we have our act of self-kindness to practice. Try giving someone a genuine compliment today, whether it's to a friend or someone you don't know as well. Spread some positivity by complimenting someone's Eagles jersey, their actions, their personality, whatever it may be. To finish out our reflective practice for today, I leave you with a quote from author Bob Proctor. Change is inevitable, but personal growth is a choice. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember, the counseling team is here for concerns with academics, social issues, and beyond.
Wow, that was so relaxing. That made me forget about the billions of dollars I lost while betting on rock, paper, scissors. Wait.
Okay. Well, while Maria cries again, let's see who this week's mystery pirate is.
I used to drive a dump truck for a job. I got my master's degree in 2021. I'm obsessed with the show Supernatural. Can you guess who I am?
Whoa, I didn't expect that.
Me either. I thought it was someone completely different.
Did you guess Mr. Wilson again?
No.
It looks like that's all for this week. If you have any questions or suggestions, email Mr. Wilson at wilsons@cineminson.com. Tune in next week when we make Mr. Wilson help Maria hide from a dangerous group of angry debt collectors.
No one understands me!